Welcome to the Hey Church demo. My name is Preston, and I'll be going over the Hey Church dashboard as a user. We'll cover the dashboard, how to make and manage requests, how to manage and download your files, how to subscribe to services, how to view notifications, and finally, how to manage your subscription. Now, when you first log into your account, you'll log in from heychurch.co. You'll select login, and you'll be brought to your dashboard screen. Your dashboard is where you can see everything that's going on in your account in one easy place. You'll see the very first item is recent requests. This is where you'll be able to see all of your requests and tasks that are in progress or completed. You'll notice that this one, Easter Potluck 2024, is done. So you can quickly get a glimpse into what is going on with these tasks without even having to click into it. Over to the right of that, you can see your subscriptions. So you can see if you've recently signed up, you'll have this demo unlimited plan. This is so you can get in there and start testing around. You can sign up for this right now. It's completely free. And this will be on your account for a little bit until it drops off after you subscribe to the unlimited subscription plan. So that's the reason there's two subscriptions here. Normally, you'll only have one unlimited subscription, and then the specific plan you have will be under that, whether it's a simple plan, starter plan, or the bigger plan. From here, you can select to view requests, which will take you into this request or the task page. You can also submit a request. So this is how you can create a new request. You can also submit and create a new request by selecting submit request up here. And you can subscribe to services or go to the services page by selecting order services. We'll go over that in a little bit. Continuing on the dashboard towards the bottom of the page in the bottom left, we have recent documents. Now, documents are any files, PDFs, things of that nature will be here in your documents section. So if you ask an administrator to compile a document that might be meeting notes, or it might be an email newsletter that you just want drafted up, or edits to a blog, this will show up in your recent documents here. To the right of documents, we have recent files, and you can see we have a few files in here. Files are like images or videos, things of those nature will be all in your files here. And you can view all your files by selecting View All Files here, or by selecting Files in the top left of the menu icon. You can also easily select your most recent files, and this will open up the preview of that image and will allow you to either download that or delete it from your dashboard if you ever want to do that. You can also see when this was uploaded and who it was by. So Preston Crawford, this is the ministry advocate that uploaded this file. When you upload a file, it will also show up in your recent files. And so if you were to select this and it had your name next to it, that would be why. It's also really helpful to keep track of when that was uploaded, so you know what's the most recent file in your subscription or in your dashboard. Now, moving on, we're going to go into our request tabs in the left hand of the menu. Before we do that, I just want to mention again, you can submit a request directly from your dashboard by selecting submit request here and then selecting the service you're submitting a request for, which will typically be your unlimited subscription. You can also submit a support request. And so if you just have a general question for your support advocate about your billing and subscriptions or any of that, you can submit a support request. Otherwise, it will be an unlimited subscription request that you complete. So you can get to that by selecting submit request or by selecting submit request under your subscription in that area of the dashboard. Let's jump over to the request tab in the left-hand menu and explore how to create and manage a task or request. Once you select request, it's going to show this Kanban organizational structure of your task. Now you see that we only have one task and it is in the done section of our tasks. However, when you submit a new task, it's going to go immediately into the new area. From there, your ministry advocate will review the task and then put that into the in progress area. And then again, once the project is complete, it'll go in complete. And as long as there's no revisions or anything else that is needed, it will go into done and then eventually archived by the ministry advocate. Now, on the request page, you can also submit requests here. So again, select submit request in the top right, and then you can select the services you're submitting a request for or a task, which again will always be unlimited subscription unless you have a support request. So we'll select unlimited subscription, and then this form is going to appear. So if I want to submit a task, let's say I need Sunday slides for this week's sermon. I'm then going to say what the task type is. Is it an administrative, a creative, or communication? So this one will be creative because I need Sunday slides. Say, hello, I need Sunday slides made for my sermon. My key scripture is Romans 8:38, and the theme is God's got it. Just one holding screen. Dimensions 1920 by 1080. So this is a very simple Sunday slide. You can make it more complex, of course, but just a quick one to let your ministry advocate know what you need, what are the key details that you want on it, and then the dimensions of it, especially for creative projects. So just letting them know it's just one holding screen and the dimensions are 1920. Now, if I want to add more detail, I could say add a lion in the background, or use gold and black as the colors. You can definitely add details like this, and that just helps clarify what you want from your ministry advocate. You can also upload any inspiration or necessary files for this task. So if I wanted to upload a specific graphic that I saw recently that I want my creative team to reference and use as inspiration, I can upload this right here. And below that, I can select the priority for the task that I'm submitting. So if I have a few other tasks that are in the queue, but I need this one done by this Sunday, then I'm going to bump this one up to high priority. And that way, this lets my ministry advocate know that, hey, I need this task done ASAP so they can get to it and bump it above the queue. Once you submit your request, as we just did, you'll see a few things. This opens up a brand new task card. You can see all of the details that we just filled out. And then we can get the confirmation from our helpful bot that says, we received your message and your ministry advocate will be reviewing this shortly. On the right hand, we can see the request status, which is new, and a few other details on the right hand side. Now, if I was to select this back or select requests, this will take us back to our request page, and we can see again in our Kanban that the task is a new card in our new area. Now, let's go ahead and select the done. This is one of my most recent tasks that was completed, and let's see all the interactions and what a typical task will look like. So again, scrolling up, I can see the original card and the original task that was requested, which was a creative task, and it was for Sunday slides. Again, adding the dimensions. It was for an Instagram feed. Instagram feed, there was no dimensions added because the creators know, or creative team knows, the dimensions for an Instagram feed. The details are it's promoting an upcoming church potluck. The date was added, and details were they need to bring a chair. There was no uploaded inspiration, and it was a normal priority. They got the confirmation message, or we got the confirmation message, and then the ministry advocate reached out saying, hey, we got this. We'll get this started for you. Please let me know if you have any further details. And then the status was set to in progress. So again, when it was in progress, I could have selected requests and viewed it right here in progress, and that gives me a snapshot of where all my tasks are at one time. Clicking back into this task, We can see that the files were uploaded and I can download them right away from here. I can select download and this will save directly to my device, whether I'm on my mobile or on my desktop like we are now. And then the status was changed to done. And then I replied, thanks, this looks great. And again, if I needed anything else saying, hey, can I get a story post? Or, hey, can we change the colors? I can send this message off to the ministry advocate, and then the ministry advocate can reach out and update these for me. Heading back to the dashboard, just to quickly show you where your requests look, you can see again, we can see the most recent tasks here and get a snapshot of where they're at. So this one is again at new, and then this one is at done. That covers the section for managing our requests and tasks. One last thing I note is you're unable to change the statuses of tasks. Your ministry advocate will update these for you. And again, just keeps it super simple for reviewing and seeing your tasks in one place. Moving on to the files in the left-hand side of the menu. This is where we can see all of the files that have ever been added into your dashboard. Again, we just have the 2 files here. These are going to show up in chronological order. So the most recent one will show at the top and the oldest at the bottom. This is super helpful for if you have all your Sunday slides in here or Instagram posts or whatever else. Your team can simply jump in here and find the files and download it right away. You can see when I hover on it, I can select download, and this is going to download directly to my device. I can see the details here of who uploaded it and when it was uploaded, which makes it very easy to keep track of. The next section is our plans and services. This is where you can subscribe to specific services. So if you ever need to upgrade to a higher service, you can select order service for here and then jump up to a bigger plan if that is needed. The final section here is our notifications, and this is where you'll be able to see all of the activity in your account. So you can see when a status is changed on one of your tasks or if a message received from your ministry advocate. This is all held here in the notifications area, and you can simply mark as read, or you can click into it and this will take you to the area that that notification happened. The last section in our menu here is subscriptions, and this is where you can manage all of your subscriptions. You can see when it was started, the next payment date, the price for it, the state, if it's active or inactive, any other limitations on, and then finally actions. With actions, you can create a request. So this would be submitting a task. You can change your payment method or update your payment method here. You can pause the subscription for any reason and cancel it. And of course, you can check any requests there as well. If you have any questions about your subscription or payment, you can always reach out to your ministry advocate and they are here to help. Down the bottom, we have account settings. This is where you can update and keep everything up to date for your account. For instance, your name, password, you can upload a profile photo and fill out a couple more information for you. You can also manage your billing here, and this is your billing information, not your payment method. Payment method will be updated in the subscriptions area. And finally, you have notification settings here. So if you'd like to receive more or less notifications about your account, you can manage that in the notification section of your account setting. Below account settings, we have your organization. An organization is super helpful for creating your church structure and allowing other admins to log into the Hey Church dashboard and start making requests. Whoever the primary account owner or primary manager of your Hey Church account or subscription should create the organization. For instance, if I select create organization, it'll say this: creating an organization will transfer all your requests and files to that organization, giving shared access to its members. What this means is when you create an organization and you add another admin to your organization, they will have access to all your files, to all of your old tasks and you'll both be able to see each other's messages to ministry advocates and whatnot. This is really helpful when you have multiple staff or volunteer that are going to manage the Hey Church subscription and work with the ministry advocate, as you're not doubling up on work, and the ministry advocate can be your point person for your whole church organization. So when we create an organization, it'll ask us a few details just to set up our organization. For instance, you can name the organization, and the default will be your name, but let's say I want to change this to Hills Church. And then I could upload the logo of the church, and I can invite members to this. So if I want to invite John at hillschurch.com, and then I want to add Stacy at hillschurch.com, I can go ahead and send these invites. They will create their own accounts with their own passwords and login and be added to the organization. Again, those two new members will be able to see the old tasks and requests that we've made. And as they make tasks and requests, I'll be able to see those as well. You can update the church's information here as well, and that keeps everything in one area. The last section we have is the Help Center. This will open up to a new tab. And if you have any questions about how to manage your account, create requests, or just want the best practices, you can click into the Help Center and find some really great resources here. The last area is to select your account icon down here, and this will allow you to log out of your account. If you have any further questions or you're ready to get started, go ahead and create a free account at heychurch.co. And then when you're ready to get started, you can select plans and services, select unlimited subscription, and go ahead and start your subscription and working with your ministry advocate right away. We can't wait to work with you and your church team.